Right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. As always, everyone have an amazing day. 3 things I am thankful for. Bricks, fire hydrants, and bushes. All right. So I want to just say a quick message. Hopefully it's quick. Right now I'm walking. It's like 10 something, like not in the morning, like 10:30 or something like that in the morning. Hold on, vehicle coming. So I want to state something. I want y'all to understand that I am a time traveler. I stated that plenty of times. And even though you can see me in this video, don't mean I'm in the same spot on the same date as you are. Okay? Spiritually, I could be in another whole location. So say for example, right now you can see me and I'm here with you, or you can see me. Spiritually, I'm somewhere else. Okay? I'm in a different timeline. I can be on different dates, different months, different parts of the year, in multiple places at multiple times. Okay? So if I provide information on something, right, we all are walking in the same form. All right? And I tell y'all, some people are alive, some people are not, but you can still see them. Okay? It all depends on what timeline you're in. Everybody's life is on the same, I can say it. You can still see things, but depending on the timeline you're in, that person could possibly be there, or it could be someone else in the position you're in. Hold on. Okay? As I tell y'all with conversations and stuff, you could be holding a conversation, they could be holding it with you. They could be thinking they're talking to you, or they could be thinking they're talking to somebody else. You won't really know. That person won't really know. When it comes to the spiritual world, sometimes your spirit, if you are elevated, you will know. The higher frequency you get, meaning the more you come closer to who you are, the more you can tell the difference between stuff. And as always, I got a piece of candy in my mouth. But the more you pay attention, it's like an inner out-of-body experience. Do not be afraid. If you see things and you feel like you in your body, but you're not, then you are time traveling. Okay? You are time traveling. Is it something that you need to be afraid of? No. It's just where your energy levels are leveling up, or there's something going on that you need to pay attention to. Do not break down and start crying. I seen a video lady that did it earlier, and she was crying because she was having inner body experience. It's where you can see things from a whole another view. It's like you in your body looking at something. It's like when you have one experience, it's like you see me, right? But the same way I'm looking at myself through the video is the same way I'm looking back at myself at the same time. So it's like I'm making movements and all of that. And it's like a mirror. It's a live action mirror. Okay? Everything look around you. Your body gonna start feeling weird. It's gonna feel like heavy clothes on you or something. You're gonna hear, it's gonna feel like echoes sometimes. It's gonna feel like deja vu moments. It's gonna feel like your mind sometimes go to a point where you feel like, have I said this before, done this before? Or you in two different worlds. So how can I say it? It's like the way I'm talking right now, but at the same time I hear a whole nother conversation. So have y'all ever been in a house or been somewhere and you feel like you having a conversation with someone but ain't no one around you? Because your spirit is in another world with someone. Okay? So anytime you're going through a moment where you hearing a whole conversation and it feels so real to the point they're there, is because you spiritually in that time frame, that timeline. So say for example, you can have a flashback. Like earlier today, I had a flashback from when I was a kid. And I'm sitting here like, why am I having this thought about a situation? It's because spiritually that's where I'm at. If you can visualize it, you can feel it, you can hear it, that's where your spirit is at. So you got to ask yourself one or two things. Is it that I'm at that point because I need to see something differently? So for example, for me, I had a moment where when I was a kid, it was Christmas time. And I was having a flashback moment from a situation that happened. Flashback moment from where a situation happened, right? And I'm questioning, like, why am I going back to this moment? So sometimes, like I told you before, sometimes it could be that person, the people that's in that picture is having those flashbacks and you're in the moment, or there's something that happened is trying to give you a memory so you can figure something else out. Sometimes images and things we go through can give us direction on what we need to do in our current state, in our current moment. It's the process of healing ourselves, okay? Again, don't be alarmed, don't be afraid or any of those things. Now, with this process, the more you start acknowledging these things, it's going to make you feel like you got multiple personalities. All right? So let's go to this whole schizophrenic stuff. It ain't so much. Sometimes it could be other spirits or entities. But the thing is, sometimes it could be your personality breaking up. So when, like me, I'm talking right now. So it looked like one person, right? But when you're going through those moments and you hearing other voices and stuff, it's your personality that's split up. And you hearing each one individually. When that happens, don't be alarmed. Sometimes when it happens, for the ones that are being said they are being called schizophrenic, y'all see how I get sometimes where I turn and I hold a conversation, right? It's because I'm talking to myself from a different timeline. Because we are all in different timelines. There is a part of us that is in each timeline. The main thing is you need to connect. If you connect to all timelines, you can hear what's going on in the past, present, and future. It's like being on the phone. You are being on the phone with yourself. So if somebody make a change in their life in the past that can affect your future, your past self is saying, hey, this your friend back in the day that was being hateful towards you, they finally got it together. Do y'all want to connect again? You can say, yeah, I want to connect with them again. So now the future or the present moment is going to arrange things so y'all can meet up some type of way so that connection can be connected. So back in the day, when phone lines used to be when they had the landlines, if I could find a video, it was where a one person or a bunch of females or a bunch of guys that take the lines and connect it to whoever that it needed to be connected to. Okay, so take the cord from one household and put it to another. That's what's going on with you. You're being connected. This is how you know if you need to mend friendships or walk away from stuff. This is how you know when something is going on in your life. It's because you are connected to different timelines. So it's like in your present timeline. If someone is talking about you, right, and doing different things, you may not be able to see it. But your past self, hold on, car coming. So your past self can acknowledge certain things that's going on. And that past self could be yesterday. Yesterday could be 10 years ago. Yesterday could be 10 minutes ago. And it can see something and it can say, hey, this person is no good for you. Now you're on the line with your spirit. Now that's when you're having those moments. You having those inner out-of-body moments where now you feel like you had that conversation. So sometimes we are having those conversations with people in the past moment to help us to handle the current moment. And sometimes the current moment can help us with the future moment. So the more you awaken and the more you acknowledge who you are, the more you connected to your spirit. So I'm going to call it what it is. So yesterday I told you there was an incident in my son's school, right? But then out of nowhere, now the principal phone line contacted me and stated or contacted people and said, hey, there was an incident or whatever. Y'all could come pick up your kids early, basically, if you want to. Now, my son was home with me, all right? But today, there was another call from the school. And with that, they were saying nothing ever happened. So, I don't care if it's fake. I don't care if it's real. A lot of these things, you are jumping through timelines. So, for me, the situation that happened to my son when he was out of school could have been that day for me, and could be another day for y'all. Okay? That's how it goes because of who I am. So, I can get information ahead of time. And that's how I provide information. Now, sometimes when I provide certain information, I can stop something from happening by the way how I handle the situation. And the majority of the time, I let stuff ride because I don't want to control time. I don't want to control situations. The only thing I do is provide information, and it's up to you to decide how you're going to handle it. So, if there is an incident or if there's something going on, I don't allow myself to sit back and be like, all right, I'm going to stop all of this. Nah, because I give y'all choice. If that's the life you want to live, live it. I don't have to go through that process. I don't have to go through that energy. I can see it, but I ain't got to accept it. So basically what I'm trying to say is this. Pay attention to what you're doing. Whenever you feel and hearing those conversations, whenever you hear no thoughts. So again, it's like an argument in your head. If you hear somebody be like, man, you need to shut up, you need to sit down, this and that. But you can picture the people that the disagreement is with. You're having that moment with these people in another time frame. Does that mean that they bad people? No, that could mean if you was in a lower frequency, this is what you would be going through. If it's something negative. If it's something positive, then it's letting you know you're going to another level. Okay? This is how you can tell the difference between if you're going down a level or going up a level. Your main focus is to try to go up as much as possible. But from time, like I told you before, today you could be on step number 1. Tomorrow you could be on step number 10. The day after that you could be on step number 5. And that's okay. Sometimes we are missing a connection somewhere. Sometimes we're missing a connection somewhere, so we have to go back somewhere, get the information that we need, and then go to the next point. And like I said before, don't get caught. Meaning, don't get caught up in a timeline. Don't get caught up in a situation. Now, I have to state this part. Just because I'm saying this doesn't mean that you could go back in time, screw somebody's life up, and then think you're going to get away with it. It's not like that. Anytime you go back and you see a situation, if you don't resolve it, then you are adding more friction into your future. You get caught up in your own situation. So when something happens in your life, everything might be going well today, but eventually you're going to have to reap what you sow. You got to remember, this connection, this line, is like a thread, okay? So y'all know how I think like Instagram got threads. That's like your scroll. So when y'all scroll up and down, that's a thread, okay? You are tying yourself to something. So if you're looking at your phone and you're scrolling YouTube, Instagram, or whatever you click on is tying you to a thread, okay? Whatever you pay attention to, whatever you focus, is like a thread. You're needling yourself into that. So pay attention to the dates and stuff. Sometimes whenever you're having a day, it's like this. Go with the flow. But if your day is starting to go different, pay attention to what you're looking at, because what you click on can give you an idea. So like for myself, I'm realizing that whatever I click on determines how my day gonna go. Okay? It determines on if I'm gonna have a positive day or a negative day. So sometimes when I look at posts, sometimes it's negative stuff. So if I start seeing a lot of negative stuff, I have to click off of that and find something positive, or I get off the internet completely. Okay? Make sure you do self-reflection. Make sure you go to that point where you're thinking about different things, all right? I know when I say certain things, it feel like, Dad, this is a lot of work. No, go with the flow, but pay attention to the flow you on. Okay? Pay attention to the flow you on. Pay attention to what you intaking throughout the day. Try to put yourself in more positive mindsets and frequencies. There's going to be negativity in the world, and that's life. Okay? Some people really love negativity. Some people really love being in that negative dynamic. You just make sure that you put as much positivity in your mind and your thoughts. If you feel like you're breaking down, stop yourself. Okay? Stop yourself. Ask yourself why you're breaking down. If you feel like, man, I don't belong here, it's because you're in a different... When you feel like, man, I don't belong here, you in a different timeline. Okay? Figure out what the heck that you need to learn from the timeline you in and elevate out of it. Okay? Whatever is on your mind. I don't care if it could be like, man, I don't know about this job, man. Like, every time I get here, I don't feel complete. I don't feel good. So you got to ask yourself, like, okay, when I come to work, do I put my all into the job? If the answer is no, there's your answer. You feeling that way because you're not being complete with yourself. You're not giving yourself the best opportunity. You can't complain about where you at if you don't want to work for where you want to go. So you got to ask yourself every single day, am I putting 100% in? Because if you slack on yourself, you slacking on your timeline. That's why you keep feeling like you're going back. So any little money or little fame or little information you get, it feels like a lot to you when it's really like this. Okay? You always need to make sure that you're giving yourself the best opportunities, the best information, because this is your life. This is your life. And you have so many opportunities out here, but if you focusing on the bare minimum, that's what you're gonna keep getting. And it's not always about the financials. Yes, you need money to survive. But in the day, if you're doing exactly what you need to do, then you're gonna be fulfilled the way you need to be fulfilled. So don't allow yourself to be stuck in these timelines. Don't allow yourself to be stuck in a point in your life where you feel like you can't move. Get out of the house. Do something. For myself, I was in the house. I got out. Allow yourself to enjoy the atmosphere you're in. Feel the atmosphere. Be a part of it. Be in it. Enjoy it. In order for you to receive more, you have to be able to accept where you're at. No matter if it's good, bad, or ugly. It's up to you on how you look at it. Don't allow the perceptions of others to force you to be in something that you don't want to be a part of. You in control of the timelines you're in. So if you and your family, your marriage is not working right, or the kids not doing what they need to do, you do your part as a wife or a husband or a mother or the father, or as a child, whatever your title is at the moment. Do your part, but fix yourself. Because you fix yourself, now you elevate to the next time frame. In the next time frame, now guess what? Either the relationship between you and that person is better now, or you moved on, or your kids are respecting you more, or, you became to a point where you don't allow certain things to bother you. You in control of this life you live. If you want respect, you got to earn respect by giving yourself the respect you deserve. So if you ever feel like you hearing things, pay attention to what you're listening to. Pay attention to how you respond to it, because you got to remember, Even the thoughts in your head can control the direction you go down. You understand me? So if you hearing somebody where you fussing with somebody in your head, or you mad about a conversation in your head, you better shut that mess down. Because depending on how you respond to it, that person could be holding you back. You understand me? So in my last video, I told y'all, I don't have a problem with helping out the ones that want to help themselves. But you got to remember, your thoughts can hold you back. Your thoughts can hold you down. Those people in those other worlds, they holding conversation with you. So that old friend that y'all had beef with or y'all had arguments with, they over there pissed because you ignoring them. And you in your head feel like, why am I fussing with this person? And you thinking ahead what you're going to say. Because they stuck. They stuck. So they arguing with you. And if you don't hold the conversation the right way, guess what? They're going to pull you right back. And guess what? You're going to go right up onto them, go to their house and start fussing with them. Because that's what they want. That's how they want to get you. So don't allow yourself to get caught up in these people's situations. No different than myself. There's times when I'm in different timelines. And these people will be fussing with each other. I don't say nothing. Because I know I did nothing wrong. There's moments where I'm back in timelines where on the days that I went to the mental institutes, this round, I don't say nothing. The same day that they called the police on me, right? In one timeline. I think that happened, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday I had that vibe. And I felt like that she was about, because they left out of the house early. And I felt like they was going to call the police. But it wasn't that I did anything. I was quiet. I ain't say nothing all day. But spiritually, I'm in a timeline with them where they confused. So it's not me bringing these things up. It's just showing you sometimes we are having flashbacks. So those moments when you feel like picking up the drink, those moments you feel like picking up the drugs, those moments you feel like going out there fornicating and just messing around random people, those moments when you feel low, those moments when you feel dry, those moments you feel depressed, those moments you feel lonely, those moments you feel like there's too much going on around you. Sometimes it's because your spirit is in a different timeline. And you having flashbacks, and you thinking that you don't have control over what's going on, but you do. You got to ignore it, because the same energies, the people that you walked away from, the sadness you walked away from, the confusion you walked away from, is always on the phone trying to call you back. Remember that. Don't pick up the phone. When you hear those voices and something saying, man, I feel low today. I counsel and rebuke. I counsel and rebuke that energy. Nah, I'm good. I haven't smoked in 10 years. I don't want none. Man, Dad, that girl come, you hear that girl or that dude pop up in your head that you had a good times with, but you know it's toxic. And your head be like, man, why I hear her voice or why I hear his voice? Hang up the phone. Hang up the phone. Hang up the phone. Because that's how the money went out of your pocket. That's what made you depressed. That's what made you feel like you couldn't do anything in life. Hang up the phone. When you feel like, man, I have failed that class or that grade and stuff like that, I don't think I'm smart. Hang up the phone. Those are old thoughts, old memories trying to say, hey, you want to come back? You want to come back into depression? You want to come back into anger? You want to come back in defeat? In the deception? Hey, we in this maze. Don't you want to stay in this maze with us? Don't you want to stay here and feel less than? Feel like you can't be anything? Feel like you would never go anywhere? You want to come back? Hang up the phone. Say, nah, I'm good. I got this. Put something motivational on. Put something positive on. Don't go back. Don't go back. Even for myself, I be hearing those thoughts of people picking up the phone. Man, you remember when we was hanging out? You remember this? You remember how we was together? You remember how we was talking? You remember? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to know no more. I'm good. Nah, y'all had your opportunities. You had your chances. You had the possibilities of communicating. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Hang up. Hang up. I'm good. Nah, don't you want to do this project again? No, I'm good. Don't you want to go hang up? Nah, I'm good. Don't you want to? No, I'm good. I'm good. Hang up. When those thoughts come in and those dreams come in, I'm good. Nope, you're not going to add me into your vision. You're not going to add me into your dream. Because in your dream, you want me to be your best friend again. In your dream, you want me to be a significant other again. In your dream, you want me to be a business partner again. In your dream, you want me to be, to lay down and just give you whatever you want. In your dream, that's what you want now. See, you dreaming for me to come back. When y'all go out here and you think these thoughts for prosperity, for growth, for change, you got to remember, the same way you dreaming, they dreaming too. Remember that. Don't allow somebody to add you into their picture if you don't want to be along on it. Don't do it. Because, see, people don't talk about that. Everybody in the world is visualizing who they want to be with, where they want to go at, who they want to have as friends, what company they want, all of this stuff. And a lot of times people be dreaming for you to be a part of it, and you don't supposed to be in it. But if you picking up that phone to answer the call because they saying, you remember, man, we went through that situation. I know I screwed you over 10 times and everything. I know you forgave me and everything, but can't you come back? Hang up the phone. Tell your thoughts. I count some butte. We ain't going to think about that. We're not going to focus on that. I got too many things ahead of me. And last time I checked, you screwed all of that up. We ain't going back. You understand? Those relationships with those exes and all these other different people, and the reality time frame, because we do things in spirit that we don't realize that's going on. But reality time frame, say, nah, I'm good. If they didn't bring you happiness and they didn't fix themselves, nah, I'm good. You know what? I don't even want to think about the person I was in school with, or this person that I used to work with. Nah, I'm good. Pay attention to the time frames. Pay attention to what's going on. You are a spirit at the same time as a body. And at the end of the day, you have this type of phone like I'm on right now. You got this type of phone that you can hold conversations on, and you have this one. Don't get the two twisted. Do you understand me? Because you got to remember also, in this process, some people do change for the better. But you need to make sure you don't go back to the old version, because that's another thing people don't talk about. Excuse me. The best way I can explain it like this, it's like a person that is a cheater, all right? And I talked about this a couple of days ago. A person could be a cheater, right? Their whole life, majority of their life, that's all they done. But if they do the work to fix themselves, then if that's something you want, go do it. It's like a business partner you worked with before, and they did the actual work. Hey, if you feel like y'all on the same frequency, then that's up to you to do it. But I'm going to tell you, at any given time, the first time they do something that reminds you of a past moment, hang up the phone. You understand me? Because you got to remember, they still on the call line to their past as well. And if you don't sit back and pay attention to the details, guess what? You can be put back in time so they can elevate to a better time in their life. So be mindful of what you do. Learn how to cut those cords. Learn how to sit back and say, you know what? I don't need to go back to these thoughts. Now, I'm going to tell you, some memories are good memories. That's something. But don't get so caught up in those old memories that you forget you still moving ahead. Don't get caught up into the old traditions where you forget you still creating your own. Don't get caught up into the old, thoughts and process that you forget you can create your new ones. Don't get caught up in that. We can learn. Ain't no different than me. I'm both spirits. I could be your best friend or your worst nightmare. I'm going to call it like it is. You understand me? My brain is different than the way this world y'all was in. It's way different than that. And if y'all haven't caught on, my brain thinks differently. I'll motivate the mess out of you. You understand me? But the thing about it is, for me, I learned the difference between which phone I'm picking up. Sometimes I allow myself to hear those things just so I can be able to say, you know what? All right, once you get to this money thing, don't allow this money to corrupt you. Once you be in this leadership thing, don't allow this leadership stuff to go to your head. Once you get into these business things, don't allow just anybody to be a part of your business. When you get around these kids and stuff, be mindful to make sure that these kids grow up to be kids and then go into adults. When you get into this creativity process, make sure that your creativity is going to bring positivity instead of negativity. You understand? So sometimes I sit back and hear, see who's on the line. And when I hear the voice, I remember who's actually calling. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.